Okay, O.J. Simpson. Where to begin with that one? Okay. Um, Aside from the obvious bigotry involved in that, okay. Sometimes in a situation, there is actually no correct thing that could have been done. Okay? Cases like that trial should give us pause as to not exactly the quote unquote justice system, but what caused that to happen. Okay. Did that happen because Nicole Simpson didn't move? Or she did move, she was not actually living with him? Okay. Now, if a woman took her children and just left and took off, could she be arrested and charged with kidnapping because he is the parent? Okay. Then we have a case like mine where I did actually leave and I was ostracized for that by some people. Okay. So we have a bit of an issue with blaming victims when we know there is no actual real answer as to what could have been done in a case that we want to face within ourselves anyway. And so we sort of don't want to deal with it. And so we say, okay, well, she could have done this, she could have done that. Um, Whether or not that was completely um, skin based bigotry, I can't say. I'm not a mind reader into those people's minds. But when people nullify a jury, they don't go on then to convict other people, not say they nullified a jury. It's sort of a protest against the entire system. And not you're protesting cops or you're protesting white people or you think that, some circumstance, you're protesting interracial marriage or whatever it was. Okay, that was very upsetting to people because the scientific evidence, in my mind, was completely overwhelming. Okay? And the stories told as to what else could have happened sounded absolutely ridiculous to me. Okay. So, jury nullification is not that. Jury nullification is not black power and blame the victim and write books and profit off of that. Okay, that's one issue. And then we have the issue about what is going on in a society where a man would be that enraged over something about his wife. If you don't want to believe still to this day that that man murdered his ex-wife, okay, then concentrate on this case. Okay. Why would it seem normal for a man to just suddenly have custody of 6 children and a woman to be homeless? Okay. That's a definite issue. And hiring lawyers, and the stories are over and over again that does not work, that women end up murdered. So rather than lawyers and orders of protection and things that I could have done other than not marry that man, how about get into the actual causes of things? That seems to be a very I call it strange phenomenon here, where things happen and we don't take pause to discuss why that's happened. And we know in our hearts and minds, I think, what the answers are, but we don't want to change. Over the course of 6.5 years, I'm quite stunned and befuddled that people don't want to change when it's clear that the majority, at least of people here, are not happy. Sorry, I'm going off into a generalized thing, but we still do not have people at a sit still. Okay, so what is causing that? In my opinion, that is people that are running. They don't want to take their life walk. Something has happened to them where they fear actual love from God or anyone else. And they may have a situation in their lives where they really don't want to be around the people they're around. And they know that when all of this ends, that that's not going to be going on anymore. That could be something they don't want to face within themselves. I try to always be as objective as I can. I find that over the course of my life, through God and the years that I've lived, that I do try to see things from other people's point of view. Okay? I've never been a bigot in my entire life. Okay? I'm actually not really a white person. I've lived many, many lives. I've been under many, many skins. Okay? All throughout my youth, I was very offended by white people that seemed to be bigots to me. Okay. And over the course of 6.5 years, I've viewed some absolutely stunning bigotry, okay, going on. That does not help anyone. Okay. When you raise children to believe, to think that every person is judging them upon their skin color or facial features or their speech or whatever it is, that's very damaging to children. Okay? So that type of teaching really needs to stop. There is no such thing as white privilege as I sit in this very room, okay, listening to absolute garbage sometimes coming out of people's mouths. And the hurdles that I have faced in my life, it's very offensive to me to hear it. Okay? And it sounds extremely ignorant. Okay? So we're not going to be going around going black, 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 white, 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 and pointing that out all the time to children. We don't do that here. Okay?